Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Mr. Reggie. So I thank you for allowing me another glorious opportunity to come before you wherever you may be dwelling. What is it about? Why am I here? Well, I'm here to offer hope and inspiration. I am about empowerment. And let me just break that down so we can have a clear understanding what empowerment, 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 I'm sorry, empowerment means. Empowerment, it is to look above your situation, your condition, your circumstance, whatever you may be going through. It's about rising up. And how do you get empowerment? It comes from within, not outside. This is something that we allow ourselves to look at a situation, to look at that circumstance, to look at that event, to look at that trial and that tribulation, and know that inside of ourselves there is a different way. That the situation can be worse. To look at that situation and know that it is simply temporary. To look at that circumstance and say, that circumstance, you do not define it. I define you. Woo-hoo. So that is what empowerment is. It's about rising up within yourself, within your thought process, within your emotional state, and saying that no matter what I'm going through, no matter what I'm faced with, no matter what is coming my way, no matter who may be the person that's hurling or that's creating those stumbling blocks or those events or situations towards us, you know what? They don't define me. They don't have the power. It don't define me. It doesn't have power because it is stated, greater is he who is in us than he who is in the world. And that means any and everything outside of us, we're able to conquer it. We're able to trample over it. We're able to look at it and say, you know what? Get out of my way. Get behind. Woo-hoo. Now that's power. So empowerment is from within. And I'm telling you, by the grace of God, He's equipped each and every one of us with the ability, with the gifts, with the talents to be able to rise up from whatever we are faced with and to continue on our journey. Because let me tell you something. I have experienced abuse in various different forms. I personally have experienced sexual abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. I have experienced. I have experienced situations where I was threatened, where people have used stolen identity and used other information to get credit or some type of finances in their name by using my name. I've had experienced rejection in different relationships with women, with peers of my age. I've experienced personal judgment of various kinds for what I've done, what I will do, what I look like, what I wear, how I walk, how I talk, and on down the spectrum. I have experienced personal persecution, where I was talked about, laughed about, criticized, defamed, ridiculed. I have been an experience from family being ostracized and avoided and shunned like I had the plague. So I've experienced a variety of different things. And let me tell you something. I'm right here, right now, talking to you, no matter where you may be at. And I'm saying that despite what I have been through, despite what I am going through, I'm still here. I'm still rising up. I'm still moving on. I'm still forging through the journey that God has given me to be able to forge ahead. I do apologize. My vocabulary might be sling. I might be slurred in words. I might be just slang and word usage that I choose to use. Let me tell you something. This is alive and this is real. This is not pre-first. This is not. I don't have an impromptu up there saying say that, put it like that, put it like that. This is real, natural, and I'm talking to you as if you were sitting right across from me because I want to let you know, me, I love being real. I don't use all this old makeup, all these old impromptus, all this behind the scene action cut and all those types of things. I'm here with you right now. So you can hear it in my language. You can hear it in the word usage that I choose to use. Because some of you may be like, he didn't even say it right. Why is he stumbling over his words? Those are great indications to let you know that I'm talking to you real and I'm talking to you live. I'm not a robot. I am not an agent. I am not a paid actor. I am experiencing situations in my life just like you are and just like you have. So right now I am talking about empowerment. And empowerment is rising up above your situation, rising up above your the event that you're experiencing, rising up above the condition that you may be in, because those things do not define. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 99, 139, if you're 10, if you're 15. Let me tell you something. And I don't care if you're from Africa, I don't care if you're from Egypt, I don't care if you're from Germany, Russia, USA. I don't care. I don't care if you're black, white, whatever race you want to attribute yourself to. I don't care what kind of personality you have. I don't care if you're locked up, if you've never been locked up. I don't care if you have a job, you don't have a job. I don't care if you're homeless. No. Let me tell you something. The beauty about the message that I'm conveying to you right now is that everything starts from within. Okay? So it does not matter who you are, where you are. Let me tell you something. As a human being, we are going to experience a variety of different things. A variety. It's going to come from family. It's going to come from friends. It's going to come from peers. It's going to come from school mates. It's going to come from the person that you walk into a retail store, from that person that's sitting behind the counter. It's going to come from your employee or your employer or your coworker. It can come from anything. But let me tell you something. As a human being, we are going to experience hurts, pains. We're going to experience trials and tribulations. We're going to experience grief and suffering. And we're also going to experience celebration. We're also going to experience achievements. So we're going to experience a variety of different things. And I'm here to tell you that what I'm doing and what I've been through, I'm able to sit here right across from you right now with a smile on my face. And you may be like, how the heck is this guy sitting there smiling? What the heck he got to smile about? Because of what I'm going through right now. He don't understand. He can't put himself in my shoes. How can he say that easy? Let me tell you something. I have experienced a lot of different things. And I'm going to take myself as an example to share with you what I am currently. Somebody has recently stole my identity. And you may be like, man, that has never happened to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, I used to sit back and I used to be like, yeah, that's me. Or I just never even took notice about it because it's like, hear stories about it. It's like, oh, okay. Until it actually happened. We talk about within a month and a half ago. I wake up and I find out that money in my bank account is gone. Come to find out that somebody has locked into my email and have got my personal information and got into my bank account, got into my Cash App card, got into trying to create credit uh, other agencies with my name, security number, and things of that nature. Because when you have an email behind the scenes, you know I have a business, I make payments, so all that information is there. So they was able to hack into my account and get my information and start creating things. And they still have it right now. So you may be like, yeah, so why are you smiling? I'm not smiling about that because let me tell you something. I don't want and wish that on no one. Because this person has power to be able to do certain things without you having knowledge of it. And unfortunately, you have so many of these automated systems that we don't have a live agent. You have to go online. You have to do this. You have to get a code. You have to do, and you're never actually talking to somebody verbally and tell them, look, that is not me. They just endorsing it, signing it, and sealing it out. But let me tell you something. That is a very frustrating process to go through, let alone very sad to have to experience that and know that somebody out there has power to just take your name, your credit, and just run it in as if you are actually doing this. But you're not doing this. I'm not doing this. I don't. Some of these places I done looked up and found that I've never heard of it. So I'm getting things to my email saying you've been approved, or you know, your such and such has been attached to your bank account. I'm like, what the heck is this? So how am I able to smile right now in this moment? You know, and some of you may be saying, oh well, that's nothing. You know, I just lost my house. I just got evicted. I'm homeless. I just lost my love, mom, my dad, my uncle, my husband, my wife. On and on. I just got uh, 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 someone just got online and just bad mouth, fame. I'm going through some false information that somebody had hurled out about me, and now I got to defend all this. And you can go down all the way down the spectrum with a variety of different things that you may be experiencing that you're going through. But the big piece that I want you to take away is that I'm real and I am live. And what I'm sharing with you, it has happened. So I'm still navigating through this identity theft that has transpired. But that's not the only thing that I've experienced. As I told you, I experienced sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse from family, from relatives, from strangers, from acquaintances. So I've experienced a variety of different things, threats and intimidation from supervisors on the job, from co-workers that I work with, from uh, retail workers. When I go into the store and I get all kinds of displays of fitness, uh, displaying of just some type of agitation of what's going on in their life. But you sign up to treat other people like you want to be treated, and you sign up to treat other people with a level of courteous, uh, courtesy that you want them to return. Man, some of these restaurant workers and some of these retail workers, they like have these attitudes. It's like, how in the hell does that business stay in business? But anyway, my point in sharing my personal experience because that's what I love to do. I love to share my personal experience to let you see that not only am I real, but to let you bear witness that you're not the only one out there that's going through some type of situation that you're going through. And I'm here to say, if I am able to sit here with a smile on my face, because if I was not, then I would be, uh, sad, depressed, and just living in fear of not knowing what's going to happen when I check my email today or tonight or the next morning. I refuse. I refuse to give that person or those people power over me. They are not going to allow me to choose to live in fear of what they may do. Remember, I said empowerment is then. And anything outside of that is I have the power to rise up above any and everything outside of me. Okay? Conditions, situations, events, circumstances, whatever, has no defining of who I am as a person. And let me tell you, it says in the Bible, by the grace of God, I believe in God, and I believe in my Lord and my Savior Christ. And in his words, he said, greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. So whether you're man, you're woman, and he is in reference to the power and authority that's outside of ourselves, that's roaming out there, that's utilizing uh, other people for manipulative and foolish and deceptive purposes. That's just belief. So I'm able to smile right now because guess what? It can be worse. It could have been worse. The little that they was able to get by the grace of God, he made sure that they did not do really, really great harm. Yes, it is harm. I'm not minimizing it. You take somebody's identity and you use it. So now I got to go through all this work to contact these people to let people know it's not me. And like I said, some of this is not you talking to a live agent. You got to go online. It's all computer animated. You got to send an email. And you got all, oh my God, it's just so sad that this AI stuff that we are evolving to. Where you're not able to talk to somebody verbally without going through 50 different steps till you're able to finally get somebody, or you're not going to get somebody verbally anyway. And then plus it's inexpensive for them to have a computer as opposed to paying somebody physically to do that job. Hello, this is the world we evolved into. But my point is that so I am able to still sit here and conduct this session with you. Okay? I could easily say, you know what, I'm not doing no podcast no more. I ain't got time for it. Woe is me and that person, whoever, and on and on and on. Good. But you know what, my life is not in the power of their hand. My life is in the power of the Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And so therefore, the power within me, I'm able to continue to rise up and move through. And one thing that I love to be adamant about when I speak is that you have to know that your situation can be worse. And you may be like, Reggie, I don't know what you talking about. You just been flipped at the hip. Because how can anything be worse than what I'm going through right now? I'm here to tell you it ain't. And sometimes we have to step outside of ourselves to look to someone else to see what they're doing to help us come into that, what they say, that truth, but we tend to say reality check. Okay? Man, what they're going through is more worse than what I'm going through, and I thought that I was going through. And then you can just reflect on your own personal story and your own personal experiences. You've been through a lot of different things in your life. I don't care how old you are. And that moment, you can reflect on another moment and say, well, you know what? I've been through something that was more severe and greater than what this one is right now. So I was able to move through that one. So this one here, no, I can move this one as well. Or you can just look at the world in totality. You got different cultures, you got different countries, you got people that are struggling and suffering throughout the world simply with things that we call poverty. You know, things, the homelessness can be severe here like it is in some of these other countries. It's just so we can just look globally and we can look and say, yeah, it's worse. And it can't be in comparison to the global. Or we can look to our neighbors and just you know, if USA, you got all these states, you got all these cities, you got all these towns. Some neighborhoods are not as well off as some of these other neighborhoods, and you got a higher crime rate in some neighborhoods versus some other neighborhoods. And you got on and on. You can be like, well, I got a roof on my head, a place to grass, and on and on and on. And you can start looking at the therapists, even the ones that's your next door neighbor. You may know what may be going on in their life. And then you may be divorced. I'm not going to be divorced. So even though I'm, having issues with my teenage son, teenage daughter, but you know what? The divorce so we can go through on and on, and I like compartmentalize and trying to decipher on somebody else's life, what they're going through, a global effect, or your personal experiences as to what you have been through versus what you're going through right now. The bigger picture is that it can be worse. That's the message that I want to echo to each and every one of you. I provide motivational speaking, life coaching, and support services. Okay? And with that motivational speaking, that is how I will come to you. You can come to me. We can meet right here on the computer, Zoom, Google Meet, uh, and any other app that has video, visual, in which we can communicate and share our personal experiences with. But let me tell you something about what a motivational speaker is. We all are motivational speakers. Let me just throw that out there right now. And you may be like, oh no, because the reason why I like to educate people is because sometimes we grow up and we take words and we take meanings of certain things and we just condense it into one specific thing and thinking that that is the only way that it can be applied without realizing a broader uh, effect to a word or to the meaning of words. So you may say, oh man, I don't need no motivational speaker. But let me tell you something. I beg to differ. Motivation. Listen to the word motivation. What is motivate? Motivate means to get up to do something. Now, not going to get in defining what's right, what's wrong. Motivate is rising up, being able to do something. So I want to smoke cigarettes, alcohol, I want to go in and out of clubs, I want multiple women, I want to marry, I want to play basketball, on and on and on. It takes motivation to be able to go out to achieve or to be able to participate or to be able to engage in something. Now, you can define what you think is good, what is bad. Not getting to that. What I'm trying to simply say is motivation. So motivational speaker. But I'm going to qualify that because I'm going to tell you about me. Motivational speaker, meaning that I want to encourage, I want to offer inspiration. I want you to know that you can rise up above. So that is the motivation that I'm speaking about. I'm not talking about the motivation that I want you to motivate you to just go ride up and down the street, smoke a pipe, drink alcohol, go out and rob a bank. I mean, we can motivate in any type of form of fashion. Motivational speaker for me is that I am putting out there, hey, I want you to be aware that you can rise up and man, see things from a different lens, spell things from a different rose, look at things from a broad perspective, reach out and touch the sky if you want to, because it's right there for your touch. Amen. So motivational speaking. Now, who don't motivational speak? Guess what? I'm pretty sure we all do. What do you mean, Mr. Red? What do you mean all do? Let me tell you something. There is not a person on the face of this earth, and I don't care if you define who you think may be the worst of the worst, who may be up under the G. Let me tell you something. Nobody has been created. No one that's living that's negative, that's you know, downright malicious or mean spirit, and however you want to phrase it, 24 hours a day, 7 days. Nobody is. No human being. We may come to believe all is that's what she done first. But in that person's life, that person has shared some type of positive message, some type of hope, some type of inspiration, some good vibe they have passed along to somebody along the way. Because there is no human being that's out there 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, nothing but speaking negativity. And you may go, I make a difference, friend. But I tell you, because there's no one on the face of this planet human that's able to do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So they are sharing some positive vibe, message, inspiration to somebody. Okay? Even if it's to themselves. So my point is that we are all motivational speakers. We empower ourselves and we motivate ourselves to do one thing or the other. That's a motivational speaker. And you share it, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your neighbor, your basketball team, the coach, your employees, your job, wherever. It doesn't make another country. You don't meet Facebook, these other social media apps. You are sharing something that you believe, that you feel that is something that's going to help someone else out or support someone. So we are all motivational speakers. We're sharing something because we want to see them do good. We want to see them better. We want to see them have a better way than the way in which we have lived. That's all a motivational speaker is. But here's the beauty about what I do. The motivational speaking that I do is that I want to motivate the very one that you don't want to motivate to rise up above the situation. See, because we compartmentalize. Okay, I do help my son. I do help my daughter. I do help my husband, my wife. I do help my neighbor. I do help the church. I do help co-workers. On and on and on. So you may start going through your Rolodex. Now, okay, that's great. I am a speaker. I just don't attribute myself to that title, but I do express positive things and I offer support and I share my personal experience, I share knowledge, and I share wisdom and on to other people. Okay? Well, now you may say, yeah, I do that, but I don't do it for him. I don't do it for her. I don't do it for that group. I don't do it for that country. I don't do it because of he's the president. I don't do it because he says he's the Republican. On and on and on. We have these divisions or we decipher these separations as to the reason why we want to motivate or share some uplifting, some inspiration to other people. Well, with me, I'm here because I want to share it with the very people that you don't want to share it. Because you know what? The very ones that you don't want to share it with are people just like you. They deserve love. They deserve to know that they are worthy because they are worthy. And they deserve the same respect like you choosing to only give to your brother, your son, your daughter, your sister, people that you roll with. Come on. That is the difference. That's why when you go to my webpage, www.IamFoundation, reach out, LLC. First page you're going to get to that says no judgment zone. And that didn't say no judgment zone only for USA. It didn't say no judgment zone for only Germany. No judgment zone for only. It didn't qualify with anything. It just said no judgment zone. That means it applies to everybody, no old you are, no matter who you are, no matter what race, whatever you attribute yourself to and attach yourself, it has no bearing on any of that. Because no judgment zone does not define you. We are going to empower. Woo-hoo, that's powerful. Okay. So, life coaching. And you may say, well, I don't need no life coaching. And let me break it down for you. Life coaching, motivational speaker, is the same hat. Man, in life coaching, you're not going to be with me for the rest of your life. Okay? And then our life is going to, we have different defining periods in our life where we are here and then we are no longer here. So life is just simple as that. Why I am here, why we are interacting. And the beauty about when I say life coaching, your mom, brother, sister, cousin, neighbor, friend that you grew up from, yay high. But life coaching is bigger than a coach. You think it in your head, a basketball coach, you know, a football coach, or a volleyball coach. I don't need no coach like that. I'm not in a team. I'm not a team. I'm not in a game. I'm playing a game. Yeah, you are. You are a part of a team. Now, whether you might define yourself as a small team or a big team. And a coach is big. He takes his personal experience, his knowledge, his passion, and he passes it on to each one of those members to help everybody not only rise up to their greatest potential, but to come together collectively as a team for what? To be able to win, to be able to achieve, to be able to succeed, to be able to rise up, right? Isn't that what a coach does? A coach wants to win. If that coach is not bringing any winning credentials, they're going to fire him or fire her and find somebody else to be able to do it, right? Because we're in a society where we want to win, we want to win, we want to win, we want to win. Okay? So think about that in terms of a coach. So step outside of that basketball or that football or that volleyball and all these other specific symbols what we have in coach. And think about just in life. Everyday life, there is somebody that's struggling with some type of struggle, depression, uh, some type of crisis, some type of relationship situation, on and on and on and on. And we are human beings that we are attached to one another. So you may say, yeah, okay, I'm attached to my brother, favorite cousin, sister, stuff like that. But that guy down the street, that woman over there, I don't have nothing to do with. I don't know. I don't care about. But guess what? That's where I come in. Life coaching is being able to be there for them. You don't want to be there. And guess what? The beauty about what I do, motivational speaking and life coaching and support services, I'm there for you even when you don't. And I'm there for you even when you don't want me to be there. Because you may be like, Mr. Reggie, I don't know you. I don't know this. You ain't my family. You ain't from my neighborhood. You ain't in my group. You don't roll with my posse. On and on and on and on. But guess what? There is over 8 billion people in this world population. So if I'm not there for you, guess what? Somebody, I'm there. And I want you to know that no matter who you are, what you're going through, I want you to know that I am here. www.IamFoundationReachOutLLC.com. And let me make this clear. I am not a licensed therapist. I don't have a psychology degree. I don't have counselor license. You don't see anything on these walls hanging up saying, but you know what's hanging up on these walls? It's me, my personal experience. You cannot put your personal experience up on the wall. It is something that you live. And that is what I'm talking about. That makes it more impressionable. That makes it more relatable. That makes it more like I am because my experience is not not unique. I'm not the only person that's been physically abused. Those people were physically abused way before I was born, way before you were born. That's going to be abused even after me. So my experience, what I experienced, it is not unique. So somebody out there that's experiencing it, I'm not the only person that's experienced identity theft. There's a lot of people out there. And I relate, and we relate with each other. Yes, but that doesn't mean that we only can. I can relate with other people that is experiencing some type of abuse. But let me tell you something. The other aspect to what I offer, let me finish this life coaching. So life coaching is just simply sharing with you the same essence. Want you to rise up, want to uplift, want you to see that you are greater than what you see yourself or how you see yourself. Allow you to see that the world, you can stop smell the roses because I'm telling you, those roses are out there. Those roses are right here, right where you sit, right where you stand, right where you lay. You just ain't choosing to smell. But I'm telling you, you can smell because they are real. And so with the life coaching, it's just, share with you a message. So when you become a part of the I Am Foundation Reach Out, you are you're in like blend. That means it's ongoing. I have a service that don't you text me and text you and then that's it. You get consultation and then that's it. You signed up for a 6-month course and that's it. No, you have attached yourself to somebody for life. That means the only way that you and I are going to become separate if God takes my breath away from my being, takes your breath away from your being, because the I Am Foundation Reach Out, LLC, is going to continue to flourish, it's going to continue to thrive, and it's going to be a household name. Mark my word, it's going to be a household name because who don't need a motivational speaker? Who don't need a life coach? Who don't need support? And support is just simple, just like they all coincide with each other. Support is just raw, opening a door for someone, helping somebody take their groceries, saying, how are you doing today? Acknowledging that person. Hey, can I help you out? Or hey, let me listen to what you're going through. Support is not necessarily I'm going in my pocket, pulling out $50 and saying, here, give me $50. I might not have $50 to give you. But does that mean that you can't be supported? Does that mean that somebody else can't be supported? Listening to somebody, sharing a message with someone, opening a door with someone, guiding someone to a direction that you know is going to be beneficial to help them, not guide them in a direction that's going to eventually have them regret for the rest of their life and the decision that they made. Support is being able to reach out. That's what I do. I Am Foundation Reach Out. Come here. I love hugging. I'm telling you, I love hugs. So I want to hug you. I love hugs because I love being hugged. Okay? Because that helps me know that somebody acknowledges, somebody validates. I am a person, real. I matter to someone. I am important because you are stopping out of your time to give me a hug. Oh, Lord. So the point is that life coaching, motivational speaking, and support services. That is what I do. So I hope that I dispel the perception or the definition of these titles that we run away from. Oh, I don't need I don't need I don't need support. Let me tell you something. As a human being, we need it every single day because we're human. And no human is negative. We're going to put it in that context. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. contrary to what you think, contrary to what you believe, even the person that you think is the worst of the worst as a human facing this planet has not and is not the worst of the worst every single moment, every day of their life. There's some moments that they have given, they have shared, they have opened up, they have supported, assisted, on and on. Even if you don't want to agree to it, they have. And they, as long as God has blessed us, them with the breath of life to breathe. Whether they're in prison, whether they're wherever, they are still functioning and they are still rising up to be able to share something positive, wholesome with somebody. Because we are not and they're negative 24 hours a day, 7 days. It is flat out impossible as a human being. God did not create us as human beings to function that way. He created us in his image. He created us as a gift. He created us as a reflection of who he is. And he sent the Lord our Savior Jesus Christ as an example to show us that we do have the power. We do have the ability. We do have the capacity to be exactly as God created us. Beautiful message. I don't care who you are. Okay? So you can contact area code 618-373-6707. I would love to talk to you. And I would love to have an opportunity to broaden your thought process, to broaden your perspective, to broaden your views, to help you to see that what you are going, no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, no matter where you are, it can be worse. that's what I love. I love what I do. And you may say, Mr. Reggie, Mr. Reggie, you just had an identity theft. You was abused. You suffered through this and that. And I haven't begun to tell you all the stories about me and what I've been through in my life. But here I sit with a smile on my face. Here I sit, sitting across from you, letting you know that it can be, and yet I still rise. And I am still arising because as long as God has given me the breath to breathe and to live, I am still rising up, forging on, and I refuse to choose to give anything outside of me the power of me to believe that I am less than, that I cannot, and that I don't have the ability to move through. God said in his words, he said, greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. And he said, as Jesus Christ said, as sure as I can do whatever, you can do greater. Whew. He said, because I go to my Father right now. And what I've done, you can do greater than what I did. So if you don't think that's enough power, whew, let me tell you, to sit and to just every moment of the day where live in fear about what somebody is, what they say. And I'm gonna tell you something, I'm not in no shape or form of action trying to compartmentalize, trying to minimize, or trying to eschew what you have experienced and what you are currently experiencing right now. Let me tell you something. It is not fun. There's no levity. There's no hilarity in anything that you are experiencing or have experienced. Here's the thing. As long as God gives you the breath to continue to live, to breathe, to function. You can carry that with you, but you are, because whatever happens to you in the world, it stays. So you can carry it with you, and you can move with it, or you can allow it to move you with it. So it's a matter of going through, or it's a matter of being it going overpowering you. See, because when you allow something outside to overpower, it means it's wearing you down. And right now, your mind is like, I cannot see what I'm going through. It's not first, it's not severe. I cannot see past the nose on my face based upon this whole world in which God has created over 8 billion estimated. And we know nobody sit down and take a thumb tally of every single individual. It is estimated at over 8 billion people. That's a lot of people. A lot of people. So, with that being said, let me tell you something. There are situations out there that you have not even heard about. That's and there are situations that you heard about. You may be like, that was not. And then you go on through situations that you've heard about. You say, why me? And I'm sitting here letting you know that it can be worse. Okay? Thank God I wasn't a multi-millionaire. Because if I was and they hacked into my account, yes, you think they would just, man, they would have took every ounce of that $1 million that I had in my hand. And guess what would have happened? Out of the behind that I would have had stuff being revoked. Because let me tell you something. A lot of these places that run these businesses that we pay for every month, you think they're gonna just give us a pass of not making that payment for 30 days? And we, hey, my account was active. I won't be able to make that $100,000 payment probably for the next 20 years. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna come and take it. They ain't gonna be, oh, this was a loyal customer for the last 20 years. We're gonna give him or her a pass of $100,000 because we understand how it feels and we can relate to identity theft. So we know. So therefore, you gotta pass. Seriously, they come in and take that. So it can be worse. I wrote a book, and it's called Inspirational Quotes. Yeah, this is inspirational quote. And that's my creative art today. Reggie, and the reason why, because I love creativity, okay? And being creative is what I love to do. Unfortunately, I wasn't creative in the positive all my life. Remember I said that we, every waking day of our lives, 24/7, we are not perfect in terms of positive everything. There's times I done said mean things. There's times I done cursed. There's times I yelled. But there's also times I laughed and I congratulated and on and on and on. So an inspirational quote by Reggie. Now that's my creative art name. Reggie. So don't try to break it. Let's say Reggie. No, say it again. Reggie. And that is the first 2 letters of my last name. But when you take away the last part, you only see the SH, you pronounce it. How do you pronounce SH? That is me. Okay. So it's right now, it's paperback. This is the hardback. And I don't know who that guy is on the back of that book. They look like, I don't know. So there's paperback and there's hardback. And then there's some e. Okay. I'm personally autographing the paperback and the hardback. You call me at area code 618-472-6669. You type type in www.iamfoundationreachoutllc.com. You call the number 618-373-6727, and you can contact me, and you can order an autographed copy of my book. I would love to autograph it for you. I will put the date. You call me and let me know what you want it to be put in on the front of the cover, if you want it to be on the back of the cover, or anywhere. I will autograph it for you and date it and inscribe whatever it is that you want me to put in there, and you can give it as a birthday gift. You can give it as a Christmas present. You can give it just because you've been thinking about that person. You can put this in a hospital. You can put this in churches. You can put this in schools. Inspiration. Who don't need inspiration? Who don't need to be uplifted? Come on now. And if you say, I or we don't, let me educate you. People are still committing suicide right now. People are still shooting right now. People are still robbing. People are still doing all kinds of things. And you don't think that we need inspiration or they don't need inspiration? Oh, okay. Okay. So, however, this book is being sold on Amazon, Walmart, or a veteran book at thrift bookstores. Type it to my webpage, or you can go directly to Amazon or Walmart and you type in inspirational post by Reggie, and you're going to get this book and you can order paperback, hardback, or you can purchase the ebook. However, I'm selling autographed copies. So when you order it from them, it's not going to autograph. So I can autograph this book for you. And who knows? It may be worth some money one day. Who knows? But I like to read wisdom quote. And this is divine wisdom quote. I didn't just sit down and just write these things out. I was sitting down, and various trials and tribulations that I was experiencing in my life, and some type of achievements that I was making. So inspiration is not just defined to when you're depressed, when you have a trial and tribulation. Inspiration can also be when you have a triumph, an achievement, because you want to continue to reflect that. You want to continue to replicate that. You want to pass that on to somebody else so they can have some success in being able to accomplish an achievement as well. So inspiration is just a continual flow. And so I'm going to read one from this book. And keep in mind, we all have different interpretations. Okay? So I'm going to read one and I'm going to share with you my interpretation. And some of these, when I'm sitting down and I'm thinking about it and it well up inside me, but I reflect on it, and that's what inspiration. You reflect on it. It's real small tidbits, or when you're in a moment of a situation, help you get one moment to the next. That's what the inspiration first is. It's not a paragraph, 50,000 page word essays for you to. When you're in a situation, you ain't gonna be pulling all that out your mind. That's just far too much. You're gonna be so submerged in that moment that only thing you're gonna be thinking about, help me to get out of this moment. I'm about to. And then help you to snap out or help you to rise up or help you to continue on forward. And that's what it is. It was short tidbits for you to memorize or you to reflect on. So I'm gonna rank. I'm gonna go to page 130. And I'm gonna read the one right. It says to put something together is to gather a piece and not the pieces. So let me read that again. And stop thinking right now. To put something together is to gather a piece and not the pieces. Wow, that's profound. Think about it. When you're putting a puzzle, think about it in terms of a jigsaw puzzle. You open the box and there's a lot of different pieces, right? Now, who is going to just automatically take all those pieces out the box, bam, slap them together? I don't care if you're genius of the genius. You may can put it together like that. Guess what how you're gonna do? One piece at a time. So to put something together, it's going to take one piece at a time. See how it is? So you may be more skilled and adept to putting 1,000-piece puzzle together in 2 minutes flat. It may take you like a year. But guess what? You and I are going to do it the same way. Ooh, that's the beauty about the truth. That is the beauty about the inspiration quote that God has given me to find to be able to share it with you and the world. That piece, that puzzle, your life experience, your relationships, you got fired from your job, you being homeless, you trying to shuffle everything all at one time to try to make sense of something. And guess what? It becomes overwhelming. It becomes taxing. It becomes stressful. So how do you do it? What is the best course of action to take when you have a lot of things going? You take one step at a time. You take one moment at a time. And as you go, you are connecting one piece to the next piece, to the next piece, to the next piece. And guess what? You have a totality. You have a big picture. You have an overarching spectrum of what it is that you see, or what God is trying to help you to see, or what being revealed to you. So, see how that move? That's powerful. www.imfoundationreachoutllc.com. I welcome you. I invite you. And let me tell you something. When you come and be a part, we are going to band together and we're going to reach out to each other. And if you notice here, you see, and everything about this book is purpose. I can just let me put that together. It was like it's purpose. When you see on this cover, you see one end to the other. That's symbolically of the world, because the world has one end to another end. And what do you see? You don't see one person there with their arms outstretched. You see these individuals here with their arms outstretched, strapped around each and every person that's there. From one person to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. That's reaching out. And that is what I'm about. The very person that you say, oh, I don't want in my circle. I don't want to reach out to this one. I don't want to reach out. I am reaching out from this person, that person, the very person that you don't reach out to. Because I want that person to know that they do that they are loved, that they are worthy, and that I'm here. So you can call me. Email me. My email address is within my website. Call me. You can submit a form to get in contact with me through my website, or you can email me and you can let me know. Let's talk. Let's talk. And you can set it up where I can come to you. I don't care where you may be. I want to travel. I love to travel. I want to reach out to whoever, the very person that you want to reach out to, even if it's on a remote part of the world. I want to know them. Let's do it. So I'm here to reach out to any and everyone, especially everyone that you can reach out to and even yourself. So I thank you for allowing me an opportunity to come to each and every one of you right now. Thank you for allowing me to step into your arena. I will be doing my podcast on a regular basis because I want to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you can rise up. It's about empowerment. It's about inspiration. It's about knowing that your situation, your circumstance that event, what you're going through, it can. So thank you, and everyone have a